Hi everyone and welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please leave a like, comment down below and subscribe, and yeah, let's get on with the video. Today's video is going to be a ranking all the concerts that I have been to video. So I have been, I think it's 10 concerts so I have been to 10 concerts in my life. I started going to concerts in 2018 and then obviously I've continued to go until now. And obviously took a break for COVID and that because, you know, couldn't do concerts during COVID. But now we're all good, and basically I thought I'd rank all of the different concerts that I've been to. And yeah, so my first ever concert that I went to was Black Veil Brides in Asking Alexandria. So I managed to get, so I would rate this show a 7 out of 10. I managed to get third row. It was my first ever show, which I think was pretty good. And the pit was pretty chill. Both Asking Alexandria and Black Veil Brides were great. I mean, I'm only rating them that kind of thing because at like a 7, kind of 8 out of 10, just because it has been a while since I went, so I can't remember it that well. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So the second concert I went to was I Don't Know How, But They Found Me, and I would rate this show 8 out of 10. I was second row. My view wasn't the absolute best, but that didn't matter because it was such a small venue, so it was kind of alright. The crowd was pretty decent as well. There wasn't really any pushing or shoving that I remember, and I've still got some friends that I made in the concert line. I'm still very good friends with them. Then we have 21 Pilots at the Bandito Tour, and I rated this a 9 out of 10. At this point, I'd wanted to see this band for 4 years and I was so happy to see them. I sobbed during a song, so I think that tells you how much I enjoyed it. I'd say the only bad thing was my view wasn't 100% the best all the time, just because there was a lot of tall people in front of me, but I was like third or fourth row, so it was pretty decent. Then my fourth concert was Youngblood's acoustic tour, and I rated this an 8 out of 10. And it was the first concert I ever queued a really long time for. I managed to not free stuff because it was in end of November time. I had a really great view. I was second row, and the pit was pretty chill. I mean, it was still like quite jumpy, even though it was an acoustic show, but I like that. And then we had a break for COVID, and then my first concert after COVID was my 5th ever concert, which was the Waterparks' Greatest Hits tour thing. I rated this a 9 out of 10. It was my first concert post-COVID, like I said, and it was great. I was so close to the front, and the venue was really small. It was the Key Club in Leeds, and like Austin was like literally right in front of me. The only downside I'd say was that the set list didn't include a lot of songs from other albums, but then again, it was an album tour, so you know how it rolls. My 6th show was Youngblood at Manchester, and I rated this a 6 out of 10. Security was not the best, a bunch of people pushed in front, and the pit was rough, and my view wasn't the greatest. And it felt kind of like because I'd waited there ages, and I ended up like 5th row, and it was really, which was, yeah. But the set list was pretty decent, and yeah. So my next show was Youngblood at Leeds, and I rated this a 9 out of 10, and that was because like I met Youngblood at the show. It was a free meet and greet. I managed to get barrier for like the first ever time in all my shows. If you hear little tappy taps going around, that's Coco just wandering about. He's guarding the front door. Yeah, I got barrier for the first time, so my view was like amazing. The only downside was that there was a lot of pushing, and it was like ridiculously bad. So my next show was My Chemical Romance, which I rated a 7 out of 10. Obviously, I was very grateful that I got to see them live. The security was amazing. They handed out water. They were giving sunscreen out in line. They led us into like the pit slowly so we wouldn't like run and like trample each other to death. However, the pit was like horrendous. I think that was like the worst pit I've ever been in. Like literally 2 people, like I got separated from my friend who I went with. I kind of got adopted by these 2 people, and then they left because they literally couldn't enjoy the show because it was so pushing, there was so much pushing and shoving. And then this guy like tried to shield me, like try and he was trying to let me go in front of him so that I could, you know, be protected. But then I got pushed really badly and I got elbowed in the head several times, so that was fun. Luckily not hard, but it was still like elbowing, and yeah, it wasn't the funnest pit ever, but again, I am still really glad I got to see them. Then we had War Parks again at Leeds. This was 11 out of 10. Apart from the VIP queue kind of thing not being really organised, it was great. I got VIP, so that meant I got like a poster, a lanyard, and I got to actually meet the band. I'll show you like a picture like here, somewhere on the screen. And when we met, Otto, Jeff said, like, asked how I was, and I was like, yeah, I'm great. I'm like panicking, and then Otto complimented me on my pins. Austin couldn't speak because he was on vocal rest, but he like gave a little wave, and yeah, I think the picture's really cute. I literally couldn't speak after the show. Because I had so much fun, and I think you can hear in like the vlog, even though it's speed up, I think you can hear me like screaming, and I'm like, yeah. And then we move on to my 10th ever concert, and this was 21 Pilots at O2 Academy Brixton. You obviously would have seen like me going to the concert the other week, and I'm really happy. And I rated this 11 out of 10. I got Barrier for 21 Pilots. Like, I got Barrier for one of my favourite bands. I waited in line for ages, but like I made so many good friends, and I'm still, obviously it's only been a week or so. Please ignore the seagulls if you can hear them, and I'm still like chatting, we're still chatting and stuff. During Trees, which is the last song, Tyler like went along his like side of the barrier and like fist bumped or like held everyone's hand, and I got to fist bump Tyler, and yeah, and my view was very good, obviously, because I was I was still off to the side, but still amazing. Can't wait to see them at another show. And the only downside kind of the whole experience, as I mentioned in my vlog, is that I did end up coming home early. I wasn't meant to see them again, but I decided not to because I wasn't feeling great. But yeah, that was me ranking all my concerts, and I hope if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!